Good morning, Keller Williams.
So we got one this week.
Yeah,
that's excellent.
We're never gonna know when it happens because I'm probably not gonna know when it's gonna happen.
Not until the moment, the crucial moment.
Exactly. Let me.
Are we just checking a few things here? Are we?
We are checking a few. Hey, there we are. Hi, everybody. I thought that that shot was a little top down, and then. Yes, all of that is good. We are good. Good morning, Keller Williams. This is season 2, episode 5
on
MCTTs Unleashed.
I don't think I get the effect when you press the effect button.
No. You don't. There's a problem. It's supposed to work on all channels, and there's something wrong with it. I gotta figure it out. But anyway, we've got some exciting stuff for you today. Everybody's favorite, Peter and I's favorite. We utilize this like every day, and that is ChatGPT.
Particularly the version 4 of it.
Yes.
Which is the one I'm a great fan of.
Yeah.
Version 3.5 is cool and all, but the model is so much bigger. It's so much more in depth. And then with the browsing ability that it has, it can go out into the internet. I mean, I not to jump ahead, but yesterday I said to ChatGPT 4, you are a real estate agent. My next question will be about trying to find a home. And it comes back with, great, tell me about how many bedrooms and baths you're looking for, what area, what price range, what features do you want in the home?
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'm actually looking for what's for sale on a particular street. And it then goes away to the internet, comes back and says, there are 5 homes available on that street, and lists them out, the price. I said, tell me more about number 5. And then it literally tells me room sizes, all about the property, all the information about it. And the only thing that I didn't like.
Is it trying to, did it tell you who you should call?
It did.
Oh, no. We're not going to mention any names here, but I'm assuming it wasn't a KW agent with that look.
In fairness, it said, reach out to a real estate professional or the listing agent. But it then said to see photographs, visit Zillow. And I'm like, this is one of the most intelligent things on the planet, and yet it's so dumb, right?
For sending people to Zillow. You never know. It could be that Zillow's machines are working in cahoots with ChatGPT, right?
There is
the machines are taking over.
There is an integration with Redfin and Zillow, and all the brokerages are going to need to get on board with this. Because,
absolutely.
It's fast becoming. Well, I was listening to some experts, and I mean experts in the field on a podcast, and they were fairly adamant that Google search will go away, and it will be an AI instead, and we will search in a different way. So instead of us getting, 10 blue links, as they call it, which is just the best guess that the algorithm makes about where you can find this information. Because it's like going into a library, saying to the librarian, tell me where I can find this information, and she gives you 10 books, right? Well, that's what Google does. Doesn't actually go and find the information and then understand it, comprehend it, and communicate it to you. So the power of search using GPT models is just phenomenal. And I'm now, I don't go on Google anymore. I just turn to GPT for anything. Yeah.
We've been doing that a lot lately in our research. We just go to ChatGPT and have it do it for us. So it's interesting with the plugin for the browser. So I know from you and I talking that you've been using that a lot, and I kept going in, and I couldn't. I would ask it to go search a website, and it said, sorry, but I only have knowledge based up to 2021. I'm not allowed to search sites, So I discovered that it's actually a feature that you have to turn on, and it is only for paid members, right? It's only for what they call ChatGPT Plus.
Yeah, so in fairness, it's $20 a month, but there's no advertising.
Right.
So instead of being bombarded and tracked and followed and, basically having your life completely inspected by Google, it's passive in that respect, and it's quick and fast, and you're not having to weed out all the sponsored information that you get with Google search. So I don't mind paying the $20. I mean, I think it's quite expensive. When they first came out and said, how much would you be willing to pay for this? I'm like, 5, maybe 10. But they came out with 20, and it did seem a little, bearing in mind they got 100 million users.
And I agree, like for like an introductory price, it seems like a lot, but the more that we dive into it, it is by far the best $20 that anybody, especially in the real estate industry, can spend.
Yes.
So I have a new class that I launched that Peter and I will probably be doing together from time to time. But I launched in the Fort Myers Market Center last week. And that was the emphasis of that class, is that we're never advocates. Peter is in some respects, but we're never advocates of agents going out and spending money that they don't have, or you don't have the budget for. But when you think about everything that ChatGPT does for you, it is basically your personal assistant. And that's the name of that class, is ChatGPT, your digital assistant. Because for $20 a month, it is writing things for me that would take me hours or days to put together.
I mean, we've written websites, ebooks, listing presentations, listing descriptions. I mean, it goes on.
Course outlines.
You wouldn't believe. I don't want to really get into this particularly, but this thing, whatever's behind this GPT-4, this entity, which is definitely there because there's something there. There's reasoning skills. It's very, very good at medical stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like on point. Like when my daughter was in hospital and I was a bit anxious about what was going on, and I just pumped it into there and said, what's the deal? And they're saying that it shows more accuracy, more knowledge, and more empathy than something like 90% of doctors.
Right.
It's that powerful.
Who are historically horrible at bedside manner.
What are you worried about?
Yeah, no doubt. Well, and the funny thing is that the ChatGPT-4 model has actually passed the bar exam in multiple states.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Although it does hallucinate, and we've got to mention that caveat. It will make stuff up if it feels that it needs a bit of information to make the response whole. It's a bit like a human. Yeah. Because we make stuff
we ad lib a little bit, fill in the gaps
here and there for the fluff, as they call it.
That's right.
So I guess it's kind of human in that respect, but sometimes it's way off the mark, and you got to fact check it. So the caveat is anything we talk about today, you should read and fact check the output. So if you put into it, write an article about the top 10 things to do for kids in you know, right. You got to be thinking, going to the bar. You got to take it with a pinch of salt sometimes and fact check it.
And that's some of what we're going to talk about today is what's known as prompt engineering. And it's a really fancy, sophisticated sounding term for just what you put in is what you get out.
Yeah.
Right. So it's funny that they call it prompt engineering, which now, I don't know if you've heard, I'm sure you have, is becoming an entire curriculum, and there's careers being developed around prompt engineering. But anyway, don't let that fancy term scare you away or anything. All that means is the engineering part is not that you need an engineering degree. It's just knowing how to put together the prompt so that you get the output that you expect.
It's giving the ChatGPT-4, giving it a persona, limiting its knowledge to a specialist field, then asking it open-ended questions to get the best results from it, and then refining those questions. And I think fundamentally, that's the basics of prompt engineering.
Yeah.
Like I'll often start a prompt of, you are a marketing expert in real estate, and you can draw upon the knowledge of the internet, browse answers.kw.com for knowledge. And you kind of set the scene. And then once you've honed, because if you think about it, it's got the world's knowledge in it. In fact, I found out the other day, every 14 days, ChatGPT outputs the entire works of humanity.
Oh my God.
In terms of volume. Every 14 days. This thing is pumping out information.
With as little as people seem to want to work in this country these days, that doesn't surprise me.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That's for another podcast.
All right, we won't get into that. But yeah, I lost my train of thought, but there was something I wanted to say about that. Anyway, ChatGPT is absolutely fantastic. We're going to jump in and look at that. And we're even going to show you how you can use ChatGPT in command. So when I say that, I imagine some people, what do you mean ChatGPT in command? I'm not letting anything out of the bag, although wink, wink.
Hint, hint. Well, a certain mustached man said something on the stage last year.
That is true. That is true.
Allegedly.
But we're going to show you how you can use ChatGPT to create content that, content for your smart plans, social media posts, all that kind of stuff, right? And that's how we're going to use ChatGPT in Command. Our culture moment.
Who's that lady?
That is the lovely Mo Anderson. She is such an amazing lady. This was the last time I got to meet her, which was just early this year,
January.
Right? Yeah, early this year.
She's the architect of the Keller Williams culture, in case anybody's watching.
Yeah,
wants to know.
Absolutely, she is the whole heart and soul behind our culture. Fantastic lady. All right, so we're talking about the perspective of our MVVBP, and that is mission, vision, value, beliefs, and perspective. All right, and today it's a perspective, a technology company that provides the real estate platform that our agents, buyers, and sellers prefer. Keller Williams thinks like a top producer, acts like a trainer consultant, and focuses all its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. So, I mean, it's a prime example of what we're talking about today. If something like this was to find its way into Command, which Command is already an amazing platform, right? I mean, we are a technology company that's in the business of real estate, and having this proprietary technology it's an amazing value for our agents, for sure. So, anything you want to say to that, Peter?
No, just the fact that unlike our competitors, because I've worked at one or two of them, we actually define what we are. Really clearly define what we are. Think like a top producer, act like a trainer consultant, focuses all of its activities on service, productivity, and profitability. So you're not going to hear that in other places, which means there's no direction. Everything's just spinning around, and they're not sure. But as long as they've got the what do they call that agents paid?
The company dollar.
Fee. Yeah, the franchise fee. As long as they've got that coming in, they don't care.
Yeah.
They just, whatever. I mean, there's a massive, you look at what takes place with Mark King and everybody else surrounding him. They're really trying to make the agents' lives better.
Yeah.
The wealth management side of things that they're talking about, creating wealth, about engaging and using the products and services that we have, the training, Bold, Ignite. All of it is because of this core message. It's important. I had
a meeting with a great leader in Keller Williams this morning, and the conversation got sidetracked, but I wanted to tell him this thought that I happened to think of while we were talking. And since I missed that opportunity, I'll put it out here now because you brought it up. I've been with Keller Williams for 13 years, and I've seen a lot of KWRI leadership changes over that time. We have never had a more fantastic international leadership team than we do now.
No.
When we have, I'm gonna set the mustache aside, Mr. Keller, right? I'm gonna set Gary Keller aside because he's always great to listen to, and just say that I went to Mega Leadership Camp, right? And Jason and Mark King pretty much hosted that entire event, right? Those two are so dynamic and so amazing to watch on stage. And more importantly than that, when we were walking in to registration the first day, both of them were working the kiosks to check in and get your name badge.
That's amazing.
Jason Abrams, so as we're walking up, Mark King's working the line. I was able to say hi to Mark, get a picture with Mark. And as I walk up to get my badge, Jason Abrams is the one that hands it to me.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, they're down to earth, salt of the earth people. And we've never seen a better leadership team, I think, than what we have right now. And of course, Gary. So that first day, it was Gary, Mark King, and Jason Abrams, and it was just awesome. Yep. Great leadership in this company, that's for sure. All right, so our objective today is to learn what ChatGPT is and how to utilize it in creating content for marketing and follow-up. It can be used for so many more things. but that would take days upon days upon days. So we will have multiple episodes around ChatGPT. You can be assured of that because Peter and I use it literally every day.
We have a free gift as well today.
We do have a free gift.
You have to keep listening to find out what that is.
You do. So at the end, we will we'll throw up a QR code that actually takes you to our free ChatGPT resources. And in there, you'll find Peter and I's ebook on ChatGPT for real estate. And you'll also find a working document of ChatGPT prompts. And what I mean by working document is when you have the link, because it's a Google Doc, you'll have access to that document. And Peter and I will be uploading prompts as we continue to work with ChatGPT, and we'll make those available to
Can
you.
agents add prompts to it, or is it just read only?
They don't have edit rights.
Okay, that's fine. I just wondered.
Yeah, just because I wouldn't want somebody to wipe it out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I don't want to have to worry about user error.
It's like Brett had an amazing moment a couple of weeks ago. He had this unbelievably fantastic idea that everyone was impressed with, but nobody wrote it down.
And nobody remembers what it was. Nobody remembers what it was.
It's the mystery. It could have changed our lives. We could have gone from one path to something else.
That was my one golden leadership moment, and nobody wrote it down.
It might come to you in a dream.
I hope so.
Yeah. Just going to sleep on it.
All right. So our benefits with this are that we're going to learn to save time and money, which is one of the best resources you can have. Peter and I love technology in regards to real estate for the fact that it is a tool to either save you time or money. And if something can save you time and money, that is amazing. But remember, technology is just a tool to be utilized in your real estate business to save time and money or make it more efficient, which really saving time and money makes it more efficient. So we're advocates for teaching you the tools to just think of them as tools and not this daunting world of technology, right? Because we understand technology can be a roadblock to a lot of agents. We understand that. It can be for us. I mean, you've heard me talk on previous episodes when it comes to Canva. My sidekick here thought that Canva was very user-friendly and intuitive the first time he used it. It took me weeks to figure it out because I thought that it was counterintuitive. It's just everybody approaches technology from a different point, but just understand that it's a tool and we're here to help you embrace those tools.
It could just be that I don't know what I'm doing.
Like I'm self-deluded. It worked for you, though.
It could be that. So we're going to dive in, I think. Yeah, we're going to dive in.
So the other benefit is to get done in seconds what might otherwise take hours or days, and that's what you're really going to see. That's the true power of ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, it can dramatically increase the volume of your output. So like if you want to create 50 social media posts, if you want to create a YouTube script, if you want to write a really, really compelling narrative about the description of a property, you can do all that. I mean, literally in seconds.
Yep.
I mean, literally seconds.
Absolutely.
It's incredible.
Yep. So we always want to bring this back to the 201 Plus Club. What does ChatGPT have to do with the 201 Plus Club? Well, ChatGPT can actually help you write engaging content in your SmartPlans. And those SmartPlans are vital to keeping your sphere of influence engaged with you and you remaining top of mind in their mind that they're ready to pick up the phone.
There's moments as an agent when you say to yourself, I don't know what to say to this customer.
Yeah.
Right? So you've got a prospect, they registered on maybe a Facebook ad a year ago. They've suddenly started looking at homes on your website and you're thinking, oh, right, what next? Where do I go with this? What kind of smart plan should I put them on? What text message should I send them? What communication? I mean, it often comes to mind what to say. And you know, one of the big skills of an agent is having great communication skills.
Right.
But sometimes you just draw a blank. You're like, I've said it all, and they're just not responding. What can I say? And you can actually ask ChatGPT. You tell them the scenario. Say, look, I have a customer who's searching for homes, and he's not responding to my normal follow-up plans. What can I do? And it'll probably say MOFA. It'll probably say make an offer.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Offer them something which is irresistible that will generate a quick response.
Peter didn't say a bad word there, by the way. MOFR, make offer for immediate response. Okay, go on. I think I may have sidetracked him.
What could it be confused with?
It's a funny word to me. It's a very funny word to me.
What about FOMO?
FOMO is another one.
Yeah,
that's a
it's
funny
close.
word. Exactly.
It's definitely close.
Yeah, if you
You rearrange
switch
the
those
letters.
2 letters around, it's a very different topic, isn't it?
Oh dear, Brett and his brain.
Yeah,
Brett
it's a
and
little
his
miswired.
Maybe that's why Canva's confusing to you. Maybe you got like a left-wired brain or something. You left-handed?
I am left-handed.
It
Yeah.
explains a lot. And you're not Gemini, are you?
No, I'm Aquarius.
Oh.
Remember I sang that before. Should I sing it again?
What, the age of Aquarius?
It's the age of Aquarius.
No. Oh, no. You'll have to put an echo on.
All right, so we're gonna get in demonstrate ChatGPT. One of the things I wanted to talk about that with what you just said about how you can plug in and request how to respond to something. So when I was teaching that class in Fort Myers, we took a minute to just engage with the audience there and ask if anybody had something that they wanted to put in.
Yeah.
And one of the agents is dealing with a difficult tenant that won't allow showings and things like that. So we actually prompted ChatGPT how to communicate with someone like that.
So the property's for sale. The landlord wants to sell it, but there's a tenant in there that's trying to block the showings.
Exactly.
It's a common scenario.
Absolutely. It's very common.
Yeah. I mean, I'd do it.
Yeah.
I'd be like trash can on the side at the front of the house.
Well, and especially with how high rental rates are.
Yeah, big dog.
And then not being able to move on and buy anything.
It is challenging.
I love it. Big dog, trash can in front of the house.
I can think of ways to ruin a sale very, very easily. Yeah.
Thank you, Facebook user. I hope everyone sees this video too. We're actually gonna throw this up so that we don't have to refer to people as Facebook user. If you can go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and grant StreamYard permission to use your avatar and your name from Facebook, then we can actually see who you are when you comment. And we appreciate you commenting and being engaged with us for sure.
All right, so let's get the browser open and dive into ChatGPT.
Yes.
So, before we do that, the method we're going to use is the $20 paid for version.
Right.
But you can get most of that by going to Bing, downloading the Edge browser, which Brett's like, oh no.
This is where I tune Peter out.
Okay, so the Bing browser has ChatGPT 4 built in for free with searching the internet. So you can get everything for free. Brett's always on about keeping the purse strings tight and closed. So
thank you for pulling that back in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good. But yeah, you can use Bing AI and it will do very much. Well, it will do a similar job. It's not quite as powerful as the paid version because you can actually put more prompts in and you can have more iterations and questions. But nevertheless, it will do a great job. And other ways of accessing ChatGPT is Canva has Magic Write.
Yeah.
So if you want to jump into Canva, open up a document, click the Magic Write button, you've got access to GPT-4 in there as well.
Yeah. And we demonstrated that in a previous episode you did when we were putting together a listing presentation.
Yeah. And there are other less powerful models. GPT-4 is the world's most powerful model. There is one coming out of China at the moment, but it's kind of not in English, I don't think.
Right.
Which is large. The next model that's coming is Gemini by Google. It's going to blow ChatGPT-4 away.
Really?
So, yeah. It's
well, that's good because Bard is horrible. I don't even like the name.
Well, yeah, it's rebarded. So, yeah, it's not very good. It really hallucinates and it just doesn't seem to have the capability. It's very restricted. But they call it an experimental model. They're not trying to sell it.
Right. Well, so we're kind of in one of those technological moments like we saw with VHS versus Betamax and Blu-ray versus HD DVD. So you've got one that's leading the field,
and the best one didn't win.
No,
Betamax
not necessarily.
Was way higher quality.
Yeah,
and we all
but
use
VHS was more adopted.
Don't know why.
Yeah. But
is what it is.
So like with this, you would expect that Google, being the #1 search engine, would have the AI that takes off, right? But that hasn't been the case, and ChatGPT is far exceeding everybody. So that's the other reason that we like to use ChatGPT, is because the input that it's getting every day, it just continues to grow that model. I'll bring this back to real estate and database and 201 plus, right? The reason ChatGPT is excelling is because it's a database and it's being fed every day, right? So think about your database. You got to have a database. You got to grow it. You got to feed it every day. You got to reach out to it in a systematic way. And that's why ChatGPT is excelling, because the database continues to grow, because it's engaged with every day by millions. And it's far superior right now.
Yeah. Right. Let's jump in.
All right. So we will jump in here. And we're going to share that whole screen so we don't have any tab mayhem like we've had in the past. And we'll jump into ChatGPT. So I'm going to get logged in here.
So we're going to open chat.openai.com.
Right.
Chat.openai.com. You'll then be requested to sign up using a Gmail or using a regular email. Pretty simple to sign up. The 3.5 model, which is faster but not as comprehensive, it doesn't have the same reasoning, is completely free, but it doesn't have web browsing, so it's kind of locked into a September 21 time zone.
Yeah, exactly. The information is only relevant up to September of 21.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, I know 3.5 is faster than 4, but I'm good with the speed of 4. So I have to show you something that I haven't talked to you about, and it came up having fun with that class. Somebody brought up the rock, like having something in the essence of the rock, right? So I'm like, well, let's see what it would do with Hulk Hogan.
What, Hulk Hogan buys a house? Sells a house.
Write an introductory email. No, this was a real estate agent introducing themselves to a farm, right? A geographic farm, or just in an introductory postcard.
I know an agent that actually do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, write an introductory email for a real estate agent introducing himself to a group of people, right in the style of Hulk Hogan. So the reason I did that is because those that know Hulk Hogan, that word brother is in all of his language, right? And sure enough, the subject of the letter, Hulk Hogan, bringing the power of real estate to your doorstep, brother. I love it. It's so funny. And then we got into, and this is what I've never had to be censored in a class before. Believe it or not.
I can't believe that.
I know.
Yeah.
But when I did plug in the rock, because that's what they talked about, it's the rock, the people's champ, sliding. So right there, right?
Candy
the greeting.
ass.
Hey there. Well, I wasn't going to say it.
Can't say
Bleep.
that. Can't say candy ass group of real
aficionados. I just thought it was hilarious. And it even says the rock is cooking up real estate success, jabronis.
I don't, you see, this is where culture, being British, I have no idea what things mean, so I didn't say any of them.
But it's like ChatGPT is that awesome. Like, it knows how these two wrestlers speak, right?
Well,
it's so funny.
It literally knows almost everything. That's the problem. If you said write it in the style of William Shakespeare, it'd do it.
Yeah, it would. Okay, so let's get into something useful.
Yes.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do for our first prompt, for something useful?
I think we should do a top 10 things to do for kids in summer holidays, because we're writing it.
Well, should we
be a good blog article?
How about 4th of July? You know what? We'll do 2. We'll do one for the kids, and we'll do best places to see 4th of July fireworks in.
Okay. So
I'm actually going to do in Lee County, because I'm coaching an agent through YouTube.
You know, I don't celebrate.
Yeah, no, I know you don't. It's a sore subject for the Englishmen here.
You didn't even win. It was an agreement, a withdrawal.
Sore loser.
Yeah. There was like anyway, I don't want to get into the fact that it was a settlement between gentlemen who were all British.
Oh, it's too funny. All right, so we're gonna jump into ChatGPT 4, and I'll tell you what
Did he just say he didn't win 4th of July? Who is this guy?
Oh
they'll
man,
be waiting outside.
they probably will. So somebody's tracing IP addresses right now. All right, so we're gonna jump into ChatGPT 4. What is interesting though is we can actually run the same prompt in 3.5 so people can see the difference.
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to prompt it down here, and we're gonna say, tell me, or we'll do like write an article, right?
Yes.
We'll approach this from an agent's perspective. So write a 1,500 word blog post about the best places to view. I'm not even going to say that and start the pod again.
Have you selected under ChatGPT 4? Did you select browse the internet?
I think it's already there.
Nope, you're on default model.
All right. So yes, I'm going to browse. Okay, so that's a key point that Peter just brought up. When you do select a chat, well, first of all, let's show them how to turn it on, right? So if you do have the paid version, you actually have to turn that feature on. So you're going to go down here to where your name is. You're going to click that, and then you're going to go to settings, and then you go to beta features, and then you have to turn on browse with Bing, and then plugins if you choose. I just clicked on both because I'm going to start experimenting with the plugins now. But you got to make sure that you turn that on.
Yes.
All right. And then we start a new chat, and we make sure that we turn on browse with Bing. And we're going to say, write a 1,500 word blog post about the best places to view 4th of July. I said it. Sorry. Works.
It's okay. I mean, you didn't want taxation, yet you ended up with taxation. I'm confused with what the goal was, really. What's wrong with the kid? Anyway, I'm only kidding.
That's hilarious.
I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for my citizenship.
That's awesome.
Yes.
You should.
I am.
I can't imagine you having to leave us.
I've got some complex questions to answer, though.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, the citizenship test. They say it's fairly easy, but it's not. It's not.
I bet most citizens wouldn't be able to pass it.
Pillars of the Constitution and who's the executive branch. And
there's no way most of our citizens would be able to pass that these days.
It's the same with the British citizenship test. Am I looking at the question? What? What's a pork pie? Okay, I get it. Is it a hat?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so we're going to start with a simple prompt. Just write a 1,500 word blog post about the best places to view 4th of July fireworks in Lee County. Hint, hint, wink, wink. If you do like to create blogs or social media posts, anything like this leading up to a major holiday will get you so many clicks, views, traction. It isn't funny. So you should always be thinking about, if you are somebody who does a social media calendar, make sure that your social media and blog posts leading up to a holiday are in there, and they're based on things like this. Best place to view fireworks. Another one is best place to view Christmas lights, things like that. All right, so we're going to hit send. And it's browsing the web for us.
And if you click that little down arrow.
Yeah. Okay.
It will actually tell you what it's doing.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that cool?
It's thinking, it's found something,
clicked
on a link. So it's actually researching the internet, which we could do, but it obviously takes time. Then you've got to write an article based on the information that you've found. Yeah. It's going to find it, it's going to read it, it's going to think about it, which is kind of bizarre.
I love the fact that it says thinking, right? Like you just said, like, what?
Look, there you go. Fort Myers, it's come up with. Is Fort Myers in Lee County?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Fort Myers and Cape Coral.
Then Charlotte, is that it? Is there nothing between?
Yeah, it goes working from the north-south. It's Charlotte, Lee, Collier.
Right. Collier's further south.
Yeah, but Collier goes all the way to Broward.
Right. The Alligator Alley.
That's correct. Wow, this one's taking a while.
Oh, it can?
So there, Red, White, and FM Brews Independence Weekend. Yep. So Red, White, and Boom is one of the events. So let's see what it says.
We should have done the best places to drink beer for 4th of July. Oh, look, it's got pool party, pool deck, luminary hotel.
Yeah, so some of these things I already know about from working with that agent because he did some of the research, and that's what we were filming.
Hot Dogs for Heroes, I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, yeah, it's really digging deep, which is great. Yeah. I mean, you just grab a coffee.
Yeah.
Let it do its thing.
I mean, it's better than me like trying to research all this. I mean, it's reading these articles in seconds. Like, I hate to read. I'd be reading these so slow and funny.
Yeah, no, it's difficult.
Independence Day backyard. All right, I'm gonna stop saying independence. So
Yeah, this is buzzwords, keywords, trigger words.
Peter's getting triggered over here.
I'm really not.
I know you're not.
I fully support.
But
the
it
United
is fun.
States.
It is funny.
Yeah, it's just. I get it. To be honest with you, I get a lot of it muddled up. I'm not even sure throwing the tea into the harbor, Boston, was anything to do with the War of Independence. I don't know. I don't know if there's a link between the actual, whether it triggered it or whether it was just like a forerunning political event that happened.
Well, and conspiracy theorists will tell you that whole event had nothing to do with taxation. Because the Illuminati goes back to then too.
The Illuminati.
You know about the Illuminati?
This is a new podcast.
Yeah, no. Do you know about the Illuminati?
I certainly do. Yeah, I'm a bit of a
buff when it comes
paranormal world type stuff. I like all that. So, this will go viral now. This podcast. The UFO disclosure is coming.
Oh, I know, that's crazy, huh?
Marco Rubio says he has evidence of UFOs and crashed, recovered. Marco Rubio, senator, is he a senator?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he's a Florida senator.
Yeah, so you've got senators talking
Cuban
about
American
stuff. It's very interesting. This next few weeks will be very interesting.
It is crazy.
I don't know how we turn that into
we
real
are
estate.
in a time of whistleblowers, aren't we? Like that's how that stuff started with the UFOs. Was a whistleblower from Area 51.
Yeah, well, there's another one that's just blown his whistle very loud.
And did you hear about the sheriff's deputies out there? They were interviewed, and there was a reporter that was going out there to report on that instance where this guy had seen the UFO and the alien.
Yeah.
And the sheriffs were still on the scene, and they told the reporter, man, I'm telling you, we all saw it. If we hadn't been here, there's no way in heck we would believe it. But we all saw it with our own eyes.
Wow.
So,
anyway,
as the machines and aliens take over our world,
yes,
we're going to continue to talk about the machines taking over our world.
Let's read the response. So we've got our blog post here. So certainly I can provide you with some initial information, initial research, to help you begin your writing. Okay, got it. Right, please. I wasn't able to find detailed descriptions of all events, confirm the presence of fireworks. So he's literally trying to find. Let's be honest. Nearly every event's going to have some kind of fireworks.
Right. And I could have been more clear. So this is where we help you learn how to engineer those prompts too. So I would have been better served with asking it to write me a 1,500-word blog on things to do on events in Lee County for 4th of July.
Right.
But it has given me the major events. So we got Red, White, and FM Brews Independence Weekend Celebration. July. Yeah.
Okay, so what we want to say now is based on the information above, write a call it a Facebook post.
Okay.
Or a blog. Yeah, based on the information above, write a Facebook post introducing the blog.
All right, so we'll get this put in here based on the information above. Write a blog
Facebook post.
Facebook post.
Because I like emojis.
Yep. Write a Facebook post. Do you want me to say with emojis?
Yeah.
We'll see what it does.
I bet it'll do the firework emoji.
Yeah. With emojis.
About
introducing the events.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
So the other thing on each of these descriptions it's given us on the numbered 1 to 9, there's a little number which is the reference from the internet that it's got the resource from. So we seem to have get ready to celebrate Independence Day. Red, white, and blue.
Cool. It's throwing emojis in. That's awesome.
It's got the fireworks, got guitars, got hot dogs.
Notice what it's also showing is if it's age restricted, it's actually showing you that detail as well. See that 21 plus event?
Yeah, a lot of them will be.
And that is one I know about from talking, from helping Alan Printup, is that's one of the ones he talked about was that rooftop event at the Luminary. Boom Zone. 4th of July parking lot party. This is cool. Look at that with all the emojis in there, huh? Who knew? And you know what? That's another one. That's another thing that trips agents up too. What emojis should I use for this, that, or the other? Right? Just ask ChatGPT to do it with emojis, and there you go.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier. Then you just copy and paste that straight into your post on Facebook.
Yep.
Have your blog article written, put that on a command website page, and you've got a great nurturing.
Have you experimented? So this copying is a new feature.
Yes.
It was not out when it originally rolled out. And now because before you had to highlight everything. And then when you went to paste it, it would paste the.
If you're in dark mode, it would copy the dark mode. This just copies the text.
So now it just copies the text. You can just click on the click on the clipboard over here. I wonder if it does it in 3.5. Do you know? So we are going to draw that comparison like we talked about. So
you'd need a top prompt, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I do actually. So we'll go like this.
But you know, we as real estate agents, we're meant to demonstrate our local knowledge of the community, and it's pretty hard to do because I mean, especially since COVID, right? Which we're now kind of on the completely, hopefully, on the other side of it. A lot of events were cancelled. A lot of things didn't take place. If you've moved into an area, there's been nothing going on for 3 years.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, everything's back. Well, if you're not familiar with the area, you won't know what's going on. And this software, this ChatGPT, can really fill you in with the local knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially having that plugin for the internet, like for the browser, right? Because what's happened in Lee County? Well, Lee County, especially in the coastal areas, was devastated by Hurricane Ian. So things are probably not going on there yet. Yeah,
there are some areas where it's still tremendously. I mean, even where we are in Charlotte County, it's still affected.
So this is plugging in that initial prompt into GPT 3.5, and it spit out the information,
but without the dates, without the local knowledge.
Exactly.
Doesn't know the actual event.
It's just referencing old history, basically. But it is more specific to where to view fireworks.
Yeah. So let's put in based on this, write to Facebook post. I want to see if it does emojis.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'll jump back to this one and copy this prompt. So we'll get that copied and paste it back in this one. We'll continue this prompt down here. Paste it. See what it does. There we go. Look at that.
It does do emojis.
Okay.
Great.
So even if you're on the free version, you can still utilize emojis. But the main thing I want to check is if it allows you to copy. And it does. There's the clipboard.
Yeah, it's even got hashtags.
Yeah. Look at that. Cool. That's fun. So that's an important thing that you could be getting out. Obviously, you'd have to get that out right away, right? Because the 4th is Tuesday. Right? Yeah, the 4th is Tuesday. What else? Do you want to do a property description?
Yeah. So let's do GPT-4 with Browse, and I want to try and experiment live here on our podcast.
Oh boy! All right.
Which is to give it an address, and see what it can figure out. So, so I would write, "You are a real estate agent."
You are a real estate agent. And you are, it should be like, and you are getting ready to list the property at such and such an address.
Don't need to do that. Just you are a real estate agent. Write a listing description by browsing the internet.
Okay.
For the following property.
All right.
Colon.
Yeah.
2641. Suncoast Lakes. Lakes.
Come on.
Good job you're typing. I can't type.
I know, right?
I'm better with a Morse key.
Suncoast Lakes Boulevard, right?
Yeah, Suncoast Lakes Boulevard. Port Charlotte, Florida. How do you say it?
Florida.
Florida.
People from up north say Florida.
Florida. Florida. Yes.
All right. And then we're going to say, not Port, Florida. How about Port Charlotte, Florida?
That's a better description. Okay. Then put a full stop.
Mm-hmm. So one thing I had to learn from Peter is that full stop means period.
Yeah, full stop. Include.
I feel like I'm working with Alexander Graham Bell and he's giving me telegraph instructions.
What would that would just be stop. Include square footage, comma, lake view features, and upgraded luxury vinyl plank. Funny word.
I know.
Plank. Flooring and brand new quartz countertops in kitchens and bathrooms. So it sounds like we're doing a lot of work. It's like, are we going to give it the full description? No, we're just giving it hints. But what I haven't done is told it anything about the home. And what I'm interested to see is, will it go to the internet and find the information about the property?
Right.
Yeah. So
let's be clear. This property is not listed. Okay. It's not actively listed on the internet.
No.
So it's not going to find it from the MLS or anything.
It's not going to plagiarize it.
It's not going to find it on a current Zillow listing, anything like that. And then the other thing is, while we are having to give it quite a bit of information, we're not having to draft a really pretty description full of imagery and everything. That's the biggest thing, is that your listing descriptions really ought to include words of imagery so that it reads more of an experience than a regurgitation of the bulleted information, like 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,300 square feet, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I mean, ChatGPT 4's capability to adopt a writing style that's grammatically correct and imaginative and creative is pretty much bigger and higher than most out there. Really is. You know, it certainly writes better than I can write.
Yeah,
I mean, I can do a description. I'm just checking all the different websites, which is great. I can do a description, but is it compelling? Does it really draw upon what happened? Does it really
checking comments?
Does it really draw upon full facts about the house? Are you missing anything? Right. So this is an experiment, because normally I say 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
We've always prompted it with the features.
1,900 square feet. So now, because we've now got the connection to the internet, I want to know what it can really figure out here.
Right.
So this is experimental. Yeah. But I think we might be surprised.
Here's a potential listing description. Experience luxury and comfort in this particular 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom home, offering 1,941 square feet of living space on a 7,405 square foot lot. Nestled in the beautiful Suncoast Lakes community, known for its picturesque lakes and abundant wildlife. Well, of course.
Alligators.
Yeah. Or Englishmen. This home is an oasis of tranquility. The heart of the home is the spacious living room and open kitchen, perfect for entertaining, high vaulted ceilings, add an element of grandeur. So you can tell it's loaded with imagery so that it even talks about the HOA and that it's low, which it is in that community.
Yeah.
Awesome.
2010's accurate.
Yeah.
Right. So let's read down from, I wanted to know what it said about the lake view.
Okay, so it did include lake view in the community.
Wake up to serene lake views every morning with the home's pristine waterfront location. Now, it's interesting because
57 feet of lake frontage.
Yes.
So it's reading that lot dimension somewhere.
Right, maybe figuring it out. The lanai overlooks the lake and park area, which it does. I didn't know it knew about the park area. So you overlook the lake, and behind that is the park.
Yeah.
Providing beautiful backdrop for gatherings or quiet evenings at home. Notable interior features: ceiling fans, open floor plans, split bedroom arrangement. What does that mean? The bedrooms are either side of the house. Which
the master bedrooms on one side, guest bedrooms on the other.
It's remarkably accurate.
That's crazy.
The home has been updated with luxury plank, which we told it quartz countertops. 2-car garage, which is correct. So how much time does that save you?
Absolutely. There's no the main point of ChatGPT and how I approach it from the class is to utilize ChatGPT as your digital assistant so that you can stay in your top 20%, right? And your top 20% is your 20% of lead generating, your 20% of money making activities. So 20% of your efforts, the right efforts, lead to 80% of your income. And that's the 5 things of lead generating, scheduling appointments, going on appointments, negotiating contracts, right? We have these 5 things as agents that we do, and those are the 5 things that make us 80% of our income. When we get bogged down, and where this is truly beneficial is for independent agents, because they don't have the leverage of assistants necessarily, right? Especially if they're just getting started. So you are your entire team. And if you can add, especially for just $20 a month, and Peter and I get no kind of kickback from ChatGPT or anything like that. It's not an affiliation of any kind. We just find the value in it. We literally use it every day. And so for you as an agent to be able to hire an assistant for $20 a month is
I'll show you what's
ridiculous.
So yeah, next line is write a Facebook post introducing the property above. And after that, we'll do an email.
Then I'm going to ask it to include emojis.
You can do it. I mean, I think it will anyway.
You want to try it without?
Yeah.
And see if it does. Okay. So we'll do that.
Oh, sorry about this. It's Facebook calling me. There we got emojis. New listing alert. We're thrilled to introduce. It's going to highlight the features of the property. This will be shorter than the description, I guess.
Look at that. And yeah, it included the emojis by itself. That's awesome. So you didn't even have to put that in.
Yeah, community pools just around the corner for the hot summer days. I mean, it literally is just around the corner as well.
Yeah.
Nestled, I like Nestled. 7,000 mature landscaping, features and such. Go to for security.
New listing, real estate, Florida living. Gives you the hashtags.
Yeah. So now write an email. Based on the description. Send to potential buyers who may be interested in a showing. You would go to your assistant in the office and say, hey, I've got this new listing. Can you do a description, Facebook post, email? What else would you want to do? Flyer. So this is using it as your assistant. So
absolutely.
Subject, exclusive invitation. I like that.
We're taking care of our entire marketing package in seconds.
Yeah. Well, we're not. I mean, this is no effort.
No. Yeah.
We're just shooting the breeze here while this is going
right.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's doing the email. It always starts with, I hope this message finds you well.
Yeah. So that's something that our buddy Chris Orsini, who's in the Keller Williams tech community as well, it's something that we make fun of because it's probably one of the most what's the word for that? Disingenuous. It's probably one of the most disingenuous, cliched terms to start a message in an email or a letter with. I hope this message finds you well. So just take that out.
Just chop it. Start with I'm excited to share with you
exactly.
the property listing.
Exactly.
That I believe aligns with your search criteria and interests. So I mean, even that little comment, I believe this is for you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And what I love about it is it always gives you your placeholders for what information goes there. So it actually will provide the proper outline for emails.
Yeah.
We've done it for resumes as well. And it will actually give you the output in a proper resume format.
Yeah.
So it does formatting and everything for you.
Let's try open house flyer.
Yeah.
So just create, because it knows we're in conversation about the same information. Yeah. So create an open house flyer for Sunday, July 2nd, 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Make it, I was going to put make it compelling and interesting, but that's okay. That's fine. Let's see what it does.
Yeah. So it's going to tell you.
So yeah, it should do the text is what we want.
Yeah. And we weren't clear on that. And so that was actually in my head, well, what's it going to do? Because it's not actually going to create the graphic.
She's using bullet points now.
Yeah. So that you can copy and paste that and put it on your flyer.
Yeah. It's got the key features to the property, the upgrades.
Are you allowed to fish in those lakes?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, we can.
So
I'm not sure what fish are in there.
Well, I wouldn't want to eat them anyway because of all the runoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see
anybody... it'll have that because I actually used to fish that before it was a development, right? Because I grew up in that area back there, and it's loaded with bass and bluegill.
Right. I don't even know what bluegill is, but there you go.
Do you know what a brim is?
There's some pretty sunfish. Big fish in there.
Yeah, those are going to be the bass. I guarantee it. Cool. So it actually lays all that out for us. It gives us additional details. So I can use as little or as much of this as I want and just include it in my flyer. And it even gives me for more information, please contact.
Yeah. So we've got a Facebook post. We've got an email to our database. We've got the property description, and we've got an open house flyer.
So I want to do,
minutes.
in 10 minutes. And that's with us kind of talking in between, right? Mm-hmm. So now I want to use the description and subject. Did I spell that right? Yeah. Subject property to write a YouTube video script. Video script to introduce this new listing on the real estate agents channel.
Hey, this is good.
So now let's see what that does.
Yeah. It'll say background music with a shot from
opening shot, Ariel slowly zooming in. So this is one of the cool things. Peter and I have actually seen ChatGPT, its growth over the last few months. Really, February is when I started diving deep into this. And back then you would ask it to write you a YouTube script, and it would write the script so that you know what to say on camera. Well, about a month and a half, 2 months ago, it got even smarter. It was actually right at the time that ChatGPT 4 rolled out.
Yeah.
And it's gotten even smarter. And now not only does it give you the script, it actually gives you your shot list too. So if I'm a one-man band, total one-man band, as most individual agents are, and I know how important video is, which video is a passion of mine, I am always here to help coach anybody in YouTube and video. You can just reach out to us in the MCTTs Unleashed Facebook group. But if I'm a solo agent trying to do all that, I don't have to try to figure out what all that looks like. It actually gives me my shot list, everything I have to say. All I have to do is press record and do it.
Yeah. So you film it, record yourself, then use a simple, what software should they use? Like,
so the best software is the software you're going to use, right? If you're not sure of what to use, I'm a big fan of Filmora by Wondershare. It's a really simple to use video editing product, but it has very high level complex features like you would get in Adobe Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro. Those really high-end professional video editors.
Even if you're paying someone to create the video and make the do the edit
for you, yeah.
At least you've got what to do.
Absolutely.
How to best show this property.
Yeah, because I could save money on the videographer, shoot it myself, and then just send it to an editor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But iMovie, if you're familiar with iMovie, because if you're shooting this on your phone, just use iMovie and cut out the parts that you don't want, right? So always recommend free or low cost, and you can get some great video editing out there. You can reach out to us in the MCTTs Unleashed Facebook group, and I'll be more than happy to connect you with those resources.
So just from a short prompt that said, browse the internet, this is the address. We didn't tell it beds and baths. We didn't tell anything about square footage or the garage or the lake or anything like that. We just talked about what the upgrades were, and it has produced the Facebook post, the marketing email, property flyer, open house flyer, should I say?
Yeah.
And now a YouTube script. Is there anything else an agent will need? I don't think there is.
I mean, for the most part, for most agents, that is the the full marketing package that you're going to have to introduce something. And then how do we take this a step further? Well, then I can take this text and I can plug it into either Canva, if I use Canva, which again, with Peter and I, Canva and ChatGPT we use every day.
Yeah.
High value software for relatively low cost. I can also plug it into designs though, right? I can find a design. So my open house flyer, all of that stuff can be found in designs. The email that we put together, that can be done in designs as a template, and then a smart plan that sends that out, or a command mail email that goes out. So all of this stuff can then be taken. You can copy it, paste it in.
And what I would do is I'd print all this out and put it in your listing presentation.
Yeah.
Say, this is what we put together for your property. We do an open house flyer. We do a just listed email. We do a just listed Facebook post. We even create a video for you. This is what the script of the video is going to look like. I mean, you could actually do this before you go on a listing appointment and have it all done, because it's 10 minutes. Yeah. Have it all done for that listing. Imagine how impressive that would be when you turn up.
Yeah.
I've already written the script. I've done this.
You can even have one of your previous videos on your phone or iPad, whatever you use, and you can show the potential seller what that looks like, and that's a wow factor.
Yeah, certainly is.
Yeah,
cool. What time is it?
Yeah,
11:05. We need to wrap up soon.
That's gonna do it for today. Let me pull this down. All right, so we showed you how you can prompt ChatGPT and use it as your digital assistant in your real estate business, right? Saving you both time and money. You can copy that text. So we showed you the clipboard. You can copy the text, and then you just take that over to Command or Canva, whatever you're working in, and you can paste that into your design. And then you can take that design and plug it into an email or a smart plan, which we've shown you on previous episodes. If you do want more information on how to do that, you can either refer to those previous episodes or reach out to us in the MCTTs Unleashed Facebook group and let us know that you'd like some more explanation on that, and we will help you with that too. We actually did have somebody reach out in the MCTTs Unleashed Facebook group, and they asked a question, and I put together a video for them and sent it to them so that they could see what that looked like. So we are here to help you. One of the main reasons behind this podcast is to get you engaged with your Market Center tech trainers, to realize the value that they bring to you. If you don't have a Market Center tech trainer, then you most probably have a regional tech trainer, and they are that same type of source for you. And if you're not sure what either one of those are or who those people are, you can reach out to Peter and myself on the Facebook group Market Center. It's MCTTs Unleashed. That's a private Facebook group. There's also a public facing page you can request to come into the private group, and we will bring you in and get you the help that you need so that we get you engaged with your office, your tech trainer, and get you on the road to a more successful business. So that's going to do it today, and we will catch you next week on the next episode. Bye-bye.